Last time we were reading about Krishna's energies, external, internal, and marginal energies. So before that, we read about how Krishna recommends to have like guru's guidance, a bona fide guru's guidance. And then after that, let's see what was there. Yeah, Krishna is the maintainer of everyone. And also, Prabhupada was speaking about the individuality of the soul, one and different. So, we are one in the sense that quality wise, we are one with the God, but quantitatively, we are very small or dependent on the God. So, oneness and difference can be found at the same time in Krishna's existence. And also, Prabhupada spoke about his energies. Krishna never changes. He has different energies. Everything that we see is Krishna's energy. Everything that is manifesting before us. Even like right now, as we are speaking, Krishna's energies are around us, right? Because I was just reading today morning in Bhagavatam, in the third canto, chapter 6, how Virat Roop of Krishna is manifesting through different deities. So, first of all, when there was creation, so the demigods didn't know how to create, right? Unless they get some guidance or directions from Krishna. But then when Krishna entered as Lord Vishnu in the universe, at that time everything started, getting the life. So demigods also started coming into existence, and how the different demigods set on the different parts of the bodies as their controlling deities. Okay, so like mouth is controlled by Agni, then palate, the Talu part, okay, the upper part is controlled by Lord Varuna, right? Nostrils are controlled by Ashwini Kumars, they are the twin brothers. And then there were like that, there is a big list. So ear are controlled by Dik Devtas, who are the gods of direction. So like this, so many deities who are control, so they are also Krishna's energy only. So these different demigods are what? They actually are the living entities just like us, but they have so much piety. They for birth, after birth, they have so much piety that they are chosen to become the demigods. And also similarly, Lord Brahma is also chosen to become the Lord Brahma, because all these demigods are posts. Indra is not the name of that god. Indra is the post, and the god who is sitting on that post, the name is different in different millenniums, right? So, in this way, Krishna is everywhere. He is controlling everything, and his energies are everywhere. So, that is what Shastras are telling us. Because I read this morning in the Bhagavatam itself. So, there are many energies, but they have been divided into three principal ones, as you know: external, internal, and marginal. We living entities are marginal energy. Marginal means that we may remain under influence of external or internal, that we have read many times. So the independence is there, that we can choose. After speaking Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna, Yathechasi tatha kuru. Whatever you like, you can do. Krishna gives this independence to Arjuna. He does not force one to surrender, right? So it is our choice if you want to. But there is one thing he teaches in Bhagavad Gita, that if you will surrender me, you will not get controlled by the Maya or the three modes, right? So this knowledge is there. Now, if you want to use the knowledge and take his shelter, that is our free will choice. He will not force. So that is not good. The force is not good. Something forced will not stand, means it will not be, it will not continue. For example, we advise our students rise early in the morning. This is our advice. We do not force anyone. Of course, we may force someone once or twice, but if he does not practice it, force will be useless. So, in Prabhupada's time, these all Western devotees were there. And like we know that they are like lot of material opulence is there in the Western world. So, therefore, I mean, it's Her voice is low. Okay. So therefore, what happens is, since lot of material opulence is there, so they definitely will make use or get indulged into that, right? So, but still, Prabhupada was able to, get them follow the Krishna consciousness properly only through his love, right? So he used to get up early. He used to be very clean shaved, and he used to cleanly take bath every day. Then he used to chant his rounds. Then he used to sing bhajan. Then he will do arti for Krishna. Then he will give lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam. So his life was very, very regulated. So when this is Western disciples observed all these regulations that he is following, he used to sleep on the ground, not used to use the bed, right? Because he was a sannyasi. So he was a very exemplary personality. And that's what they saw for a long time. So only a Krishna conscious person can do this for a sustainable time. Otherwise, people will come, go, stay, not stay. I mean, it's all mental, right? But one who has given the heart somewhere, he stays there, right? So that's what they saw about Srila Prabhupada. So then Srila Prabhupada never forced them to do anything, but he taught by example. So out of love and respect, they followed everything what he told. And now, so much so that they are actually running the movement, right? Even after he's leaving the body more than 50 years ago, right? So this is the effect of our putting heart into something, that others will get attracted to that activity of devotion. So, similarly, Krishna does not force anyone to leave this material world. We are free to stay on here. Like, if we will leave this body, we will come back to this material world if we have done some piety. If bad karmas are there, then we can go down to animal kingdom as well, or hells. But if good karmas are there, then definitely human body would be there. And Krishna also promises in Bhagavad Gita that if one starts my devotional service, even if we have started chanting, then human body is assured in the next birth. So he will not ask us to leave this material world. So all conditioned souls are under the influence of external or material energy, right? Who are all living entities that are living on this earth planet, they are conditioned. Otherwise, we would have been in spiritual world. Krishna comes here to deliver us from the clutches of material energy. See how much mercy there can be, right? God doesn't have to do anything. We all came here because of our own free will choice, right? And we are suffering in this material world because of the nature of material world is like that. It's too hot, too cold, like some circumstances are good, some are bad. So always there is a swinging here and there, good, bad, everything is going on. So we are suffering, but Krishna still comes. Although we took made this choice, but still he comes. Like for our children, if they made some wrong choice, it's not that we will abandon them. Similarly, Krishna never abandons the living entity. He comes here. So he performs his pastimes, right? Attractive pastimes. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are all directly Krishna's sons. And if a son is in difficulty, the father suffers also indirectly. Suppose the son has become a madman or nowadays a hippie. The father is very sorry. Oh, my son is living like a wretch. So at the time of Srila Prabhupada, a hippie movement was going on, right? It was a counterculture movement, means they were denying everything that their parents were telling them, means traditional way of thinking and everything they were trying to deny, and they were trying to find new ways, the fresh, they needed some freshness, right? So actually they were making a wrong approach by taking drugs and more liquor, because they were not finding a good way or a good change, right? So they were becoming hippies. So parents were getting very sad about this situation. So the father is not happy. Similarly, the conditioned soul in this material world are suffering so much, living like wretches and rascals, right? We can think about ourselves. Many times the condition is very bad and sad. and mentally we are down, energy is low, and we are feeling certain things. So it is that kind of situation only. So Krishna is not happy, therefore he comes personally to teach us how to return to him. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati, right? Bharata tadatmanam srjamyaham, so that whole verse. When Krishna comes, he comes in his original form, like how he is actually in spiritual world. That's how he comes in blue color, two-handed form, beautiful form, right? That's how he comes as he is. But unfortunately we understand Krishna to be one of us. So many people think that Krishna is an ordinary human being, like Duryodhan thought so. So when Krishna went in their quarters to make peace treaties, Duryodhan said, "No, I will not even give them five villages. What to speak of five villages? I will not give them the land equivalent to the tip of the needle. I will not give them." Right? So Krishna was little bit angry and he showed his universal form, partial universal form to Duryodhan. But then what he said? "Oh, don't show me this magic. And soldiers, arrest him." So soldiers started to arrest him. No, sorry, at that time he showed the universal form actually, when soldiers started coming. And Duryodhan said that he is a magician, he's showing us some magic. Right? So people don't understand him. Even recently, why to go to Duryodhan? This Aam Aadmi Party person, he was a lawyer by profession. He was saying that Krishna is a road Romeo. He's a womanizer, and this is such a great misfortune of Hinduism or the Vedic. Actually, Hinduism is not Vedic. Vedic times, but Hinduism came pretty late. Actually, this is all Vedic system what we are learning. So they don't know that Krishna was satisfying the will of those gopis only, the will of those 16,000 ladies who were abandoned by the society because they were kidnapped by Bhaumasura. Right? That's why he accepted them as wives. So he could do that. And also, he created 16,000 palaces for them, not by some laborers. He just immediately, just they manifested by his will. And in each palace, he was living with each wife. So who can do this? Only God can do this. And what does God want? Does he want anything from anyone? He has everything. So these fools, foolish people, they don't even understand what they are talking about. They are not well read. They will not understand anything, and they will just keep judging. Even they can judge the God. So, but unfortunately, we understand Krishna to be one of us. In one sense, he is one of us since he is the father and we are his sons. But he is the chief, Nityo Nityanam, because he is Nitya, means eternal, and he is maintainer of all of us. He is more powerful than us. He is the most powerful, the supreme powerful. We have a little power, but Krishna has infinite power. That is the difference between Krishna and us, right? So qualitatively we are same, but quantity wise we have very less power. We cannot be equal to God. Nobody can be equal to Krishna or greater than him. Everyone is under Krishna. Ekale Ishwara Krishna Ara Sab Bhritya. Bhritya means servants, and Ishwar means controller. Only one Ishwar is there, that is Krishna, and other everybody is serving servants, in a serving spirit. Everyone is servant of Krishna. Krishna is the only master. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 5.29 that I am the bhokta of all the sacrifices. So it's not necessary that we should do sacrifices only with fire, this, that. Every day we are making sacrifices, so many sacrifices, right? But only the bhokta is Krishna. And now what the sacrifice we are doing, that is the chanting of the holy name, right? So that is the biggest sacrifice to be considered in this Kali Yuga. So if we are chanting sincerely, then definitely Krishna will be pleased because he is the bhokta of all the results of the sacrifices. He is the enjoyer. I am the only enjoyer. I am the proprietor, Krishna says. And that is the actual fact. Because so many people ask this question, okay, So he enjoys everything. What about us? But what happens when the master enjoys, the servant gets the portion of that enjoyment? Krishna will not. Krishna is the most grateful master. Even if we have picked up a little twig for his service, he will remember that. He will never forget it. So, that kind of kind master is Krishna. So, when he enjoys, we will automatically see that our hearts are so satisfied that we are enjoying. Actually, we are very blissful, right? That is the standard of a devotee. So, for that purpose, yes, a devotee needs to follow Krishna's instructions and he needs to serve him nicely in a selfless manner. That I want to do this for pleasure of my Lord. I will serve the people for the pleasure of my Lord. I will do everything for the pleasure of my Lord Krishna. Like that. So we will stop here.